Hello, today is Thursday, April 16th, day 25 of the governor's stay-at-home order. I know that these measures, while critical for our collective health and safety, have been brutal for many families in our community. I am eager for a return to normalcy as the testing capacity is substantially expanded, and we pray for good news in the scientific community's tireless and collective pursuit to develop effective antiviral therapies and treatments and work towards an effective remedy and vaccine. We've also watched our manufacturing community step up in a big way to fill the supply chain gaps that have been so worrisome in the face of this outbreak, particularly as it relates to personal protective equipment, or PPE. I'm incredibly proud that one of our major manufacturers that is switching over their manufacturing lines to produce critically needed PPE is D6 Incorporated, located right here in Gresham. In normal times, D6 is a nimble and innovative manufacturer of polymer products. In fact, they are the fastest design-to-shelf packaging manufacturer in the world, a distinction that will save lives as they rapidly switch over to manufacture critical PPE. For today's video, I'm going to visit D6 Inc.'s president and founder, Edward Dominion, on site at the facility. While practicing, of course, safe physical distancing, I'll talk to Edward about the Herculean effort that they've had in repurposing their plant to manufacture PPE. Let's have a listen. Okay, well, we're here today with Ed Dominion, owner of D6 Incorporated, who's manufactured here in Gresham, does great work, great products that go all over the world. And Ed is one of our entrepreneurs that has stepped up to help during the crisis. So Ed, welcome, or I should say thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for coming out today.
Yeah, tell us about what normally goes on in your facility. What are the normal products that you're making, or what do you normally do here?
So really great representation is behind us. We make a tremendous amount of products for food, medical, and for industrial applications. And our real claim to fame is we started reshoring products and making them in America before it was popular or in vogue. So went on a journey when I started this company to make things in America and repurpose U.S. waste and then upcycle it into goods that could be for consumer or medical use.
That's great. Fantastic. And you've been in Gresham for 3 years or so?
3 years now,
Awesome.
but Portland, Oregon since 1999. Moved out here from Michigan and Oregonian now.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. So once the virus started spreading and the personal protective equipment got to be an issue across the country, what did you decide to do here locally in Gresham?
Yes, so how it started was pretty much March 22nd is when everything changed for us. We had a very large client call in and said, hey, there's a problem and there's not going to be enough product in the world to handle this. Invent. And that's what we do best. We specialize in the ridiculous and we can commercialize it domestically. So on March 22nd, we went from not knowing anything about shields or PPE to 9 hours later, our first N95 mask was made and our first production grade ready shields. You kind of see we have about 12 iterations of where we went from absolutely nothing to something in under 3 days.
Wow.
So we move at a speed that most companies are not used to or comfortable with because we're completely vertically integrated here at D6 Inc.
Wow.
So ultimately, we came in, we stopped all projects across the company, which I've never done in the history of the company, and we focused everything to solving this problem to just try to break even and not lose money. And today, we pretty much in 16 days went from failure of N95 to a 200 plus match on the TSI test. And now we are in for NIOSH testing and hope to have the certification that we're approved here in the next 3 to 4 days.
Holy cow. And once you're approved, then you can produce, what do you think your capacity is to produce?
The most amazing thing too, just to touch back on that, is that normal process takes 9 to 18 months.
Wow.
And we did it under 21 days.
Wow.
Or we're in the process of doing that.
Wow.
Then once we get to a position to where we can have our certification, it's approved, we're going to amplify like nobody can. So when we start making face shields, we start off at 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 100,000, and we can go up to 1 million units a day.
Wow.
People are not used to this because everything gets a component from this part of the world to this. We're vertically integrated.
Wow.
On our N95 mask, once we reach certification and we have the first POs coming through, we're going to start off at 250,000 units a day and then ramp up to over 7 million units a day in under 30 days.
Wow.
So from what we're hearing right now in the world, and this is where it gets really interesting, there's only one facility in all of North America that makes N95 masks. One. And their max capacity is about 1 million to 1.3 million units a day.
Wow.
So we created a new tech that I can't put on camera just yet. We have patents filed, but it's a reusable and it has a cartridge loads that pops off So you're not throwing away all the elastic material, and it's completely meant to be dunked and sanitized. And we use 1/5 of the material of what a traditional N95 mask would use.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. So this went from like your first.
Yeah, first iteration, I'll kind of hold these up here just for the camera. We're just cheap, easy. We went from pretty much, cumbersome, not very nice, to we started different thermoforming projects, just trying to make it cheap, easy with staples. And they were like, hey, that's not going to be fast enough for assembly. To now, if you want to grab this one, that one's for you.
Oh, good.
I'm going to grab the D6 green. And when we put these on, nice and easy. And the neat thing about the materials, this is all made from recycled water bottles. So if anything splashes on it or we need sanitizing, you just peel these off and you put a new one on. With everybody else's, they're taking the product and they're throwing it all away. So we're losing all of the elastic globally. They're going to run into a shortage on that and foam. And with these, you can see the notches here. We just peel it off, you put a new one on, move on.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah. So environmentally conscious as well, right?
Yeah, because we're upcycling the materials as well. That was water bottles no less than 48 hours ago, and now it's a shield.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Well, I want to thank you on behalf of, not only the citizens in Gresham, but, the citizens all across the world that are going to benefit from your innovation. And you are a shining example of what we know about entrepreneurs in the business community. If we let you loose, you're going to solve the problem, and you're going to do it in spades. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And it's our team. I mean, we have an amazing team. We had people literally, when we were going out to OHSU to test our masks, we would fail. We had grown adults, men and women, crying because we didn't succeed. So it's been a very emotional ride. It's probably one of the hardest things we've ever done, but thank you. And, team members are making it come true. So we're really excited to see this through.
Well, we appreciate all of them here, and appreciate, your entrepreneurial spirit and your commitment to the world and to this virus. We're very proud to have you in Gresham and very proud of your company. So, thank you very much. All right. Thanks for letting us come out today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks again to Edward Dominion and D6 Incorporated. As mayor, I am tremendously proud of the innovative nature of our manufacturers. That innovation right here at D6 will save lives and protect our heroes on the front lines during the COVID-19 outbreak. The innovative nature of Gresham residents and businesses has been on full display in recent weeks. From local nonprofits rapidly scaling out logistics and deployment of critically needed aid in the community, to small businesses finding ways to bridge the awful economic disruption, to friends and neighbors finding ways to show love and care for each other, even with the physical distancing in place. Gresham is proof that our human spirit and tenacity is greater than any challenge we face. In fact, when the PPE shortage became apparent, staff at Multnomah County Rockwood Library, in tandem with youth mentors, also began using 3D printers and laser cutters at the library to create face shields for healthcare providers. In times like this, every little bit helps, and it takes a whole bunch of us working to make it better. That's all I have for today. As always, stay home and save lives. And I always pray for your health and your safety. God bless.